Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time we're going to try to push to 6,500 using PEKKA Bridgespam. So you guys have probably seen this deck many times. It's been around for a very long time now, you know, at least a year or two. Maybe you guys know the deck with the minions instead of the magic archers, so if you don't have a max magic archer, just put in minions. The deck is just as good and it'll work great for you. And the reason why this deck is so good is it's just really consistent. I mean, it can win most matchups if you practice the deck enough. And I don't know if you guys know who Carpy is, but I have him on my friends list, and the dude literally finishes like top 20 almost every season with Pekka. He's third in the world right now, already at 7k in the season. It's only a couple weeks into the season. So Pekka's just a really good deck, and it's just a great deck to learn because I feel like it's not too hard to play, and once you get the hang of it, you can just start winning almost every matchup you play, just like some of the best Pekka players in the world do. And also guys, as you know, the global tournament's starting in like 3 days, so let me know if you want me to make a video on it. As I said, I'm going to do my best to get top 100 because you get an exclusive emote. I'm planning on maybe making a video on it, getting to about like 20 wins, and then if I end up getting top 100, getting the emote, maybe I can like post replays of my last few matches, show you guys the emote, all that cool stuff. But yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in that. But anyways, let's go ahead and go into the first game. And yeah, the thing about Pekka is it works every season. There's not really a bad meta for it. It's always just been just one of those decks that are really consistent. It's almost like 2.9 if you think about it. Every single season it works. You know, it always gets people, there's always people finishing top like 100 with it. So, looks like this guy has the Ram Rider. Not sure what Ram Rider deck yet, but he has Magic Archer Ram Rider. Could be Pekka, could be like just Bridge Spam. We'll have to see until he uses more cards. And he might kite that. Yeah, you know, that was definitely the right play there. So he played a really nice Inferno Drag, so that's actually out of range of the E-Wiz if I were to play it high. I'm gonna have to kite that with a Bandit because I actually thought the Inferno Drag was in the right lane. I couldn't really tell. It was so close because it was kind of in the middle, and I didn't know what lane it was gonna go into, but honestly it doesn't matter too much, I don't think. I was thinking about playing a Battle Ram there, but honestly I think it would have been too aggressive. So, I mean, this isn't really that bad of a matchup. We have E-Wiz to reset his Inferno Drag, and also we can kind of easily overwhelm him, but we do have to be really careful, though, because, especially in single, he's a fast cycle. So, main tips with this deck is, a lot of you guys might know this already, but if you're going in for a Battle Ram Ghost push, which is something you do a lot with this deck, you want to make sure you play the Ghost first, and then the Battle Ram goes behind the Ghost. And then same applies if you do a Pekka Ghost. You want to make sure the, also, why do I keep playing my Pekka down there? If you guys didn't know, you can fully counter a Ram Rider with a Pekka, but I'm being just really dumb for some reason. I'm playing the Pekka too low, so just, you know, don't do that. I'm going to go for a Bandit here, like predicting his Ice Golem, and we do manage to catch it. What that's going to do is, like, not allow him to kite the Pekka, and then I'm going to actually try to overwhelm him here. And I'm going to go with the poison on the Magic Archer. It looks like that isn't going to be any damage for us. That was really solid defense on his end. So next time he goes in for a Ram Rider, I'm going to make sure I try to play the Pekka better so it doesn't get any hits. We'll have to see though. There, let's play a Pekka. And he's going to get a little bit of damage. But now I don't think he's going to have much elixir to stop the wow, once again he's able to stop it. I feel like his Ice Golems get so much value for him just with the kiting and then on defense. But I think if we keep... Oh, that was a bit of a mistake there with the Bandit. Let's go for our own Bandit in the back here. Now, we gotta watch out for his magic archer. Wow, he's going in super aggressive right now. I actually don't think that's gonna pay off for him at all. We're easily gonna defend that. And now, I'm gonna go a little aggressive myself here. Honestly, I don't think it's even a bad play. He just went super aggressive. And I don't know. He's gonna have to spend a lot to defend here. I'm actually going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A here. I think I could overwhelm him right now. We'll see, though. Oh, he's going to kite with the Ram Rider. That was pretty well played, but here's the thing. The Ram Rider doesn't fully kite the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A eventually goes away because it gets snarred, so it gets slowed down. Ooh, bad bar barrel. Didn't end up reaching the magic archer, but right as I say that, I miss a poison. And that's not really good at all. And I gotta be careful here. I think I was leaking elixir. Okay, he doesn't have a big spell, so if I just keep up the pressure like I'm doing right now, since it's triple, I mean, I think I should be fine. I just basically can't let a Ram Rider connect to my tower, and we should have this game pretty much wrapped up. And the Ewas kind of counters the Ram Rider pretty hard, so that's going to be a pretty easy win. I mean, definitely not even close to a perfect game on my end. It looks like he will give up his tower. Yeah, so definitely not a perfect game played for me. A couple big mistakes. First of all, I kept playing the P.E.K.K.A too low. That's a huge tip. When you're versing a Hog or Ram Rider deck, play the P.E.K.K.A like a little bit higher, so then it has the time to get 2 hits. Well, actually, against the Hog, it doesn't matter, but the Ram Rider you need to, because it'll snar the P.E.K.K.A. So you want to make sure because that's how we got majority of his damage. It's because I had 2 bad P.E.K.K.As, and then it kind of allowed the Ram Rider to get like a snar on my tower. But we still end up getting the win, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And also, to be fair, in single, that matchup is probably a little difficult just because he has a much faster cycle. But it's still fine. We got the win, and we're top 1,000 right now, and at 6,400. So let's queue for the next one. And hopefully I make a little bit less mistakes. Like, don't miss poisons on magic archers and stuff like that. I don't know what was happening there. Maybe just because it was first game of the video or something, but I'm not really sure. Alright, we'll give him good luck. So, with this, you don't want to cycle, like, P.E.K.K.A in the back first play ever. I mean, and you also don't really want to cycle Ewas first play. Or Battle Ram. I mean, to be honest, I was thinking of just zapping there, but since he went in with an Ewas, I'll just go for my own. I mean, there's no reason not to. And then I'm actually going to go for a zap here just so my Ewas wins the interaction against his. And I don't want to, like, leak elixir. As I said, this is a deck you want to be cycling stuff in single. Even though it's pretty expensive, P.E.K.K.A is just good in single elixir because you want to outcycle your opponent. That's kind of the purpose of the deck. But right here... Now, actually, I'm going to go for a Battle Ram behind this. Interesting Tornado. Oh, okay, so he's going to have... the bowler. I'm gonna go for a P.E.K.K.A like right here. He might have a graveyard, so I need to be careful. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I wanted to play the P.E.K.K.A pretty high up, so then that way it doesn't like get distracted by the graveyard and it's able to actually go for the bowler, like it does right now. I wonder if he has Inferno Drag. We'll see. We'll snipe that with the Magic Archer. I'm gonna go... Okay, actually I'm gonna go for a Bandit here to protect the Magic Archer. And then I'm gonna... Okay, let's Battle Ram opposite lane. He doesn't... Okay, I don't think he has enough for a bowler, and if he does, it won't be till the very end, and by that time the Battle Ram connects. There we go. As I said, he didn't have enough elixir for a bowler, and NATO, guys... Ooh, NATO and Zap. He just spent 5 elixir on a 4 elixir Battle Ram, and the Battle Ram connected and got damage. No NATO in cycle. We can go for a Ghost at the Bridge. Plus, he doesn't have enough elixir for a bowler. See, this is what I'm talking about, and this is why you want to be making moves in single elixir. You're outcycling the other person. That's kind of the whole purpose of the deck. Like, we outcycled his NATO, so we played Ghost, and then he kind of went in for a bad NATO, but he was probably forced to do that because, as I said, he didn't have elixir for the bowler. I'm going to try to get a Bandit here off on this Executioner, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and zap it as well, just so that it, like, kills it. Like, ensures that it dies. And yeah, as I said, like, we just have poison for the graveyard, so this isn't too bad, and since we just have such a good lead, if we play carefully for the rest of the match, I feel like we should be fine here. Now we don't want to put too much stuff in one lane because we do know that he has the bowler, so I wouldn't want to drop like a battle ram behind that because then he would have just been able to play like a bowler and counter all of it for a huge positive trade. That was actually a pretty smart Ewiz on his end there. That might have been his best play of the game. Let's go for P.E.K.K.A this lane. Just P.E.K.K.A's so good against the bowler. I don't think anything else in the deck is really that good against it. I mean, I guess you could argue that Ghost is, but I mean, even... Oh, wow, he goes in for a NATO there. So I'm going to go for a Battle Ram. I mean, he's still low on Elixir right now. He still will be able to get Elixir and defend it, but I felt like that was kind of a bit aggressive on his end, especially since I had a poison on the graveyard and there was no way it was going to get damage anyways. I'll go for Ghost here just to protect my Magic Archer, and ooh, I guess that'll also protect it from the Executioner as well. And then I'm going to P.E.K.K.A here because I'm just going to keep up the pressure at this point, and I felt like he just kind of wasted an Executioner and a bunch of stuff, so he isn't going to have that much Elixir. He's probably going to go for an Ewiz here, I think. No, he goes for a Knight. Okay, that's dead finally, and now he's going to go for an Ewiz. Yeah, there's the Ewiz. Knowing his cycle and also knowing he didn't have enough for an Executioner, that was pretty obvious, but he gave up. That's a good game. Honestly, easy matchup for us. Kind of like the first game because, I mean, yeah, his bowler can get a lot of value if you're not careful, but just on defense, your P.E.K.K.A just gets so much value. If you look at every card in his deck, the P.E.K.K.A does so good against every single one of those cards. I mean, the bowler, it, like, I think 3 shots it. The Knight, I think it like 2 or 3 shots the Knight, and then just the Ewiz and Executioner, you know, all those cards, and then you just have poison for the graveyard, and it's a pretty easy win. If you were to have the Goblins variant, I think, which is Goblins instead of Zap, that might have been a little bit more difficult, but, you know, he just had nothing for the P.E.K.K.A. So, pretty clean win there, top 800, and we'll go for the next one. Oh, wow, we're reversing Yosoi Rick. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but he has a YouTube channel. I think he speaks Spanish, but yeah, he's a pretty good player. I think he's played CRL before too. I could be wrong though. So yeah, Ghost is a fine first play. It's almost as good as playing a Bandit first play. It's like slightly worse, but it's not really risky. I'm gonna go for Battle Ram in the back. I don't want to play it at the bridge because I feel like it's too aggressive. This deck you want to kind of, I don't know, cycle cards when you're starting out learning what the other person's playing. Oh, and it looks like he's using xbow. So xbow, guys, is actually one of the, I would say, toughest matchups for P.E.K.K.A, if not the hardest. And the reason why is because, well, I mean, the xbow just does really good and like outcycles you, and it can be really tough. You can play it well and win, but if they play it well, it's really tough to end up winning. So I think since he went in for a defensive expo, I'm just going to actually P.E.K.K.A in the back. You typically don't want to do this first expo, but because he played an expo, he's going to have to wait so long before he gets to another, so he can't, like, punish at the bridge. Okay, I'm going to try to go for a Ghost here. He doesn't have a Knight in cycle, as of right now, at least, so... Oh, does he yet? Okay, wait, let's go for poison here. Oh, wait, he had to go for a NATO? I don't know if he has enough for a Knight right now. I think he does now. Yeah, unfortunately, he does have enough for Knight. But let me get his sap down on all of that. Oof, the Bandit dashes and gets lots of damage here. I'll be in such a good situation. I would still say we're in a great spot right now, especially versus an Expo deck. You always want to be able to have a lead like this. But yeah, we still need to be really careful. He can definitely, I mean, pretty easily make a comeback, in my opinion. I'm going to Magic Archer other lane so he doesn't rocket the lane with the least amount of health. And we'll see what he wants to do. I mean... oh, I thought maybe he was going to activate King, but since he logged the Ghost, it wouldn't have had enough HP to do that anyways, I don't think. Let's just zap his tower here, and then go for a poison. Yeah, we always want to, like, versus Icebow, you always want to take poisons on the Ice Wizards if possible, but you do need to be really careful because then they might go with an Expo like he does right now. But now, guys, here's the thing. Since he doesn't have a Fireball and he has Rocket, we can get a lot of value out of the Magic Archers, so, like, we can go with them on the Expo, and then he can't really... like, do anything about it. So, honestly, guys, maybe I overreacted a little bit about this matchup. I feel like, if they're using the variant he's using, Icebow, then it isn't as bad because the... Okay, good. I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to get that down in time. I'm going to poison here, though. Because... I don't know. That's going to, like, ensure that the Xbow dies. And the Ice Wizard, too. Oh, interesting. He's going to kind of overprotect that, I feel like. I mean, maybe not too much, but a little bit. Oh, what? Okay. I'm going to have to... Oh, see, this is where it gets a little tricky when you have to use all your elixir on defending the Xbow. I'm gonna have to zap that too, just to ensure that that Xbow dies. Alright, let's battle ram. Can I please get the P.E.K.K.A down? Okay, good. Poison. He's gonna switch lanes again, I think. Oh dear. P.E.K.K.A good. So much happening right now, oh my gosh. Wow, guys, unfortunately we do end up losing, but yeah, GG's, like, he is a pretty good player. I felt like we had a pretty solid start, but yeah, unfortunately, as I said, it is super difficult to keep up with the Expo player. Even though it was triple, I still felt like it's pretty hard since, as you saw, I had to cycle stuff like Magic Archers to stop the Expo, and Magic Archers... not really good at all at like stopping the Expo, so they ended up like dying. They barely tanked that long, but yeah, you can see it gets really tricky. I don't know really what I could have done differently. I mean, I really do honestly think Expo is one of those matchups that's really tough to beat with P.E.K.K.A, but if you like keep practicing it, you can get better, and it'll be easier to beat like Expo players that aren't that good. But really good Expo players, like for example, let's say you're versing like Lemon Tree or something like that, Dank Ganon or Air Surfer, who are like all really good at Expo, it doesn't matter how good you are with P.E.K.K.A, you will always lose. Like for example, Carpy then, but yeah. Let's see, we're versing another, oh my gosh, we're versing another Expo deck. Okay, I'm gonna try my hardest to win this time, so then at least we can get one win against Expo, but it's gonna be difficult. But the last guy, to be fair though, the last guy was a CRL player, so maybe I'll have slightly more of a chance against this guy. I'm going to go for a Ghost in the back here, and we're going to try to play this again like we did last time. We're going to play it pretty patient, starting out. I'm going to go with the Poison here, just to kill those archers, and then this is going to force him to drop like an Ice Golem. And now if he goes in for a Expo, I'm going to have to probably play like a P.E.K.K.A right on top of it, if I had to say. And that's what we're going to do. Let's have Zap ready for the skeletons. Looks like he... Okay, Zap for the... I'm gonna zap even though... Okay, I'll take that. So, once again, pretty good start against this Expo player. Kind of like the last game we had, we got a good start, but then they kind of made like a comeback because they eventually overwhelm you, so hopefully this time he doesn't end up making a comeback like the last guy did. Oh wow, that's an interesting defensive Expo. Honestly, I kind of disagree with that, because when you're versing P.E.K.K.A, you don't really ever want to go for defensive Expos, because really you're just allowing the P.E.K.K.A player to, I don't know, like cycle cards. And I mean, yeah, I don't really think it's that good of an idea. Like I don't know, like, it gets like a little bit of value, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend doing it. I think it's better to go for offensive xbows in the matchup. So that was probably a bit of a mistake on his part. And yeah, things are still looking really solid for us. I think that defensive expo kind of messed him up a little bit. It let us get some like free damage on his tower, and he didn't really get anything out of it. I'm going to continue to just cycle cards in the back here. And then he's going to go for a Tesla, so we need to... Wait. Alright, I can't leak, so let's just cycle an Ewiz. That's fine. Alright, Pekka the bridge here on this. I'm going to poison here. I'm not worried about poisoning the tower. I want to get a poison down there, so then that way if he plays, like, skeletons, they would die, but in that case he didn't play them anyways. Expo's going to die. So, yeah, I don't think he's supporting his Expo that well. I think that's his issue right now. He's going to go for another one. Zap for his skeletons. He's not going to be able to protect that Expo. And yeah, we're going to have to play this really, really, honestly, just slow, like the last game. I apologize, guys, if the games are a little, like if the game's really slow paced and long, but that's how it is when you verse Expo. And honestly, I think it's good that you guys know how to play this matchup anyways, because as I already said, it's probably the hardest matchup for Pekka there is. So if you can beat Expo with Pekka, you can beat just about anything. So I do really think it's a good like match to be showing you guys, even if it is like a little bit like long, but yeah. Let's go for, but it's 2 Expo games in a row, so it ends up being like 10 minutes, which is unfortunate, but yeah, this is like kind of how you want to be playing it. You aren't going for the tower. Like, you can't really take the tower when you're versing Expo. You have to like, you have to cycle your cards, Pekka, like, defensively, sometimes on the Expo, depending on what their cycle is. Like, if they Expo and they're not at 10 elixir, just Pekka, because they won't be able to defend it. But yeah, that is going to be a good game. We managed to win versus this Expo player, and honestly, we won pretty by a huge margin, I would say. We didn't really take any damage on our tower, and as I said, when you're versing Expo, you don't go and try to take their tower. That's not really how you play the matchup. You want to play it like very defensively, because they have like a good matchup, so you can't really be playing it like offensively. And as you saw in single, in both the games in single is when I got my damage in. So then when you get a little bit of damage, you can just play defense from there on out and just kind of hope that they don't take your tower. That's pretty much how you play the matchup. As much as it sucks that you have to play defensive the whole game, that's kind of the way it is. And it looks like we have time for probably one more game. Those last 2 games took up a lot of time, so that's why it's already been 23 minutes that I'm recording. But let's go for another game here. I hope it's not another Expo deck, because I don't want 15 minutes of the video to be versus Expo. That's kind of annoying, but I mean, you never know what the matchup is. So let's just go with the Bandit in the back here and see what he's going to do. So it's going to be an Ewiz, something different. That's good. I'm going to cycle a Ghost. I don't want to poison it, because there's a chance he might not have a good cycle and he has to let the Bandit connect to it, but that's not the case. He has a mini Pekka, so that's, I mean, that's fine. Well, don't get another hit. Oh, I got another hit. Okay, not the greatest start, but, and he has an interesting deck. So Ewiz mini Pekka. I think I'm gonna cycle a Battle Ram in the right lane, and oh, Sparky. Okay. Well, this is going to be a little bit interesting. Goblin Giant Sparky. Luckily, I get the Ewiz down before the Sparky gets a shot off. And I guess we need a tower trade here. Okay. Nice zap, but now he doesn't have... I don't think he has elixir for the battle ram. Yep, look at that. After that zap, it got him a mini P.E.K.K.A hit, but then he had nothing for the battle ram. Okay, now we know what he's running. He's running Sparky Goblin Giant. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't verse a lot of Sparky, so I don't know how well I'm going to explain this, but I know how to play it, if that makes sense. But you essentially, like, for example, stuff like that, poison it, because it's just going to get so much value. And then, interesting, he's going in here. Pretty aggressive right now. I guess that's fine. That all died. I'm going to try to bait it other lane here just to apply a little bit of pressure. Oh, wow, and he had to play a Sparky on it. That's not really what he wanted to do. But that's why it's good to do stuff like that, because then you force them to do something that kind of, like, ruins their cycle. Let's zap just to finish off that Sparky, because, you know, that's pretty annoying to deal with. And then notice where I played the P.E.K.K.A, so it also kited and pulled the mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to need to get a bandit here. I'm going to go with a ghost and then a battle ram. Unfortunately, guys, the mini P.E.K.K.A is just so strong. Ghost is going to stay alive, though. Oh, that's actually really clutch that the Sparky's getting targeted by the tower. I'm gonna go with the poison here. Ooh, that's actually gonna be really good because he decided to play an Ewiz into the poison. Okay. I'm gonna P.E.K.K.A here. He's gonna mini P.E.K.K.A probably. There's the mini P.E.K.K.A. That's why I wanted to wait to play an Ewiz, because I had a feeling he was gonna predict Ooh, I was leaking elixir. That's not good. I'm going to go for a battle ram here, though, and a poison. We're going to make sure we're getting damage on his tower. The aim's actually quite close right now. I'm actually going to go for a P.E.K.K.A. Let's go for an Ewiz here. This is going to be so close. Connected the battle ram. Oh my gosh, GG. Alright. I'm sorry guys for not talking much that game, especially like towards the end. Alright, he's obviously a little upset he lost that. Anyways, that'll wrap up the video. It's been 28 minutes. I think we got some good games in there. I think I did a good job demonstrating like how to play xbow. And again, I'm sorry for not talking. I know like most videos I probably commentate a little bit more, but some of the games were kind of intense, especially the xbow ones. I feel like it's so hard to explain what I'm doing as I'm playing against them, just because, I mean, they're decent players, and it's just a really difficult matchup. P.E.K.K.A versus xbow. Like you can see last season he finished 335th. They're good xbow players. This guy, I mean, this guy's a CRL player, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he is right now, but he used to be. And, like, but yeah, that was a good video, in my opinion. I think I won 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, I won 4 games, and I only lost 1. So, I think this is a great place to end. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know if you would like to see more P.E.K.K.A videos, because it's one of my favorite decks to play. And it's really good in the meta. As I said, it's good in, like, every meta, basically. It's a very consistent deck. And we're going to end at 666, so, I mean, what better place to end than this? But yeah, you know, seriously, thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you'd like to see a global tournament video, and thanks again, until next time, guys.